Hey everybody, Kyle Goeth here from GoatFilmReviews.com and the Goat Film Reviews YouTube channel. I apologize, my vehicle is running right now, so you're going to hear a little bit of heat because I just got out of a screening of Spider-Man No Way Home. It's really cold here, it's about 19 degrees, so I'm going to leave the heater on. My apologies, but I will die without it. So, my thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home. I really liked it. There was moments as the film went on that I thought it could get up to my levels of Shang-Chi excitement, which is one of my favorite movies of the year. I think the way we go into these movies so concerned when we see that many villains, and I'm just going to try and stick non-spoilery as much as I can, but there are a lot of villains in this movie. It's obvious from the trailers that there are a lot of people in this movie. So one thing I would say about that is it just, you think that there's going to be too many villains. Spider-Man 3 from 2007, people said it has too many villains. Amazing Spider-Man 2 had too many villains. Like, there was so many criticisms with the Spider-Man franchise when you add too many villains. And the funny thing is, we're adding a bunch of villains to the proceedings that we are aware of and that we're warned against. There's too many villains. And what's crazy about it is that the film doesn't feel bloated. It doesn't. And maybe it's because the number of villains in there, so many of them are ones that we have previous experience with. That might be the saving grace, is that we're not trying to get character development out of them because we already know many of these characters. Different kind of iterations, if you will, or depending on how... It doesn't exactly get into all the nitty-gritty details of everything, but I will say this. I like that it picks up right after the events of Far From Home. I like that it builds on previous lore in a way that makes the film exciting. It progresses all the characters. It's not a clean movie, and I mean that in a good way, that not everything that is done works out the way that our characters want it to work out. There's a lot of mistakes made, and I think that's kind of one of the special things about Spider-Man, is that he is a kid, and they bring that up throughout the film. A lot of the things that happen in this film are because of his own youth and inexperience. I really like that captures the character. This captures Spider-Man probably the closest as I would remember him being from my comic book cartoon watching days. Part of me was hoping that they would swing for the fences with a few more surprises, but at the same time, my one criticism of the film, and I can't even say it's a full criticism, but it is a mixed aspect that I want to think about before actually giving my review. There's a lot of fan service in the movie and a lot of nostalgia in the movie. Most of it works very well, although I'll say that there are times when the fan service and nostalgia perhaps overtakes the narrative slightly. I don't mean that as a complete fault. I just don't know if the film... I think the film sometimes hinges on its fan service a little bit. Less than most other problematic fan service movies, but a little bit more than I think I would like. That being said, Tom Holland is great as Peter Parker again. I really like the supporting cast. I kind of like that they make reference that he's got a team in this movie, much like he had with the Avengers, and the team is him and MJ and Ned and Aunt May and Happy. Like, he's got a team that he works with, and I really think it's cool that they get the chance to let him know we're here to help you. And it's just, yeah, it's an interesting movie. I'm curious to see where things go after this movie as well, because while the film doesn't feel like it sets a bunch of things up, there are some things that it does not close in terms of storylines that made me very interested, very curious. Things didn't play out exactly the way I wanted it to. There's a lot of surprises in here, and I think there's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't have seen if you haven't watched the trailers. And even if you have watched the trailers, there's a lot of stuff you might have missed. So I would say, give yourself an opportunity to see this movie early. Don't let those surprises get ruined for you. Yeah, and that'll do it for my thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm not sure where I 100% feel on the film. It's very positive, though. I really enjoyed it. So check out that and follow me online at the links below, and we'll see you at the next one.